faster. Oh! No, come on! That's a good fish. Today we're going fishing in Ross River in the fresh water, flicking for some barras. This area is a stocked impoundment and has some nice, big, healthy barra. Pushing into the afternoon, I like throwing frog lures over the weed beds. It's one of my favourite ways to fish for barra, as the surface hits and bow waves are just epic, and you're never afraid to throw really close to banks and into the weeds. Come on. Big bow wave behind that one. I could see this fish wearing my polarised glasses, and it was well over the 50 centimetre mark. Not huge, but I wouldn't have been complaining. I like to use the lighter weight frog lures as they're light casting and cause less surface slap when hitting the water on a cast, which means it's less likely to scare the barra off when it hits, and it also can be towed over pretty thick weed and still make an impression on the barras underneath. This big girl liked to look at my frog, but didn't want a bar of it after seeing me in the boat. The GoPro makes it look small, but the fish was easily over 90 centimetres. I try to make sure that when I'm sitting on top of the fish like this, thick in the weed, that I'm not moving around too much or dropping anything. It tends to bring them in closer, like this. As the day went on, some clouds come over and a bit of rain set in. One of the best times to fish for barra. I've not even seen a barra this small in here before.
Baby buzz. Going like that wind.
I would really prefer to fish this area at night time, as the fishing is just a lot better, but the ability to video at night is just so hard. As night falls, you'll see just what I mean by it being very hard to video in the dark on a GoPro. What I might try and do is paint a word picture. Basically what I like to do is set up 2 rods with hard body shallow dive lures, trail them around to try and scout for areas to fish, using my sounder, scoping the bottom, and using a torch finding weed beds and movement on the surface. Yep, this is exactly as I thought. Hooked onto a decent fish and you can't see a thing. Gonna have to get better lighting for the next video like this. The way I hooked into this fish was finding an area layered in lily pads, sighting onto a deep section of water with water flow running past it. I pushed my frog lures over the surface of the lily pads and could see ripples behind my lure. I couldn't get the fish to hit. I knew it was there, couldn't get it to hit, so I swapped rods and started using a little shallow dive hard-bodied lure. This lure hooked up on the second cast. Fish was there ready to go. I only use a light rod with 20-pound braid and 80-pound leader, so I can fight the fish nice and slow, doesn't wear them out too much, and they release really well afterwards.
Not a bad one. Fully engulfed. Yeah, it's decent. He was hungry. What do you reckon? Yep. 86. Glad I upgraded my leader. Stoked. Got him. Let him go, let him go. Swims away like a champ. You can't see anything. Let's do that again.
Nothing like a bit of a flick on the way to work. Casting my frog lure off the bank, getting a massive hit. Just showing that you don't need a boat to go catch these beasts. How good was that surface hit? It is, however, a bit more of a struggle to get the fish in. Trying to pull past all the weeds. You have to hold your rod tip high and hope.
Holy, it's just about to give up. Hey, settle. Not bad for a work morning. Good 62.
Sometimes the old foot measurement doesn't work. I later measured gauging the fish by a marker on my rod.
Come on,
It was
buddy.
closer to 75 centimeters. Close enough.
On the way to work.
Hope you liked the video. Fishing for barras in Ross River. Like and subscribe. Cheers.